The Complainers, Boogie Woogie, real band name, and Kenny Neal for the blues break this morning. What's it all about? Brock, you get on air every day after these 9:30 blues breaks. You spin some ridiculous story. What's your point? Why do you do this? All right, okay, I hear you. You know, I've done well over 100 of these monologues now. You deserve an explanation. I haven't been ready to share. It's very important to... But what's the point of the blues break stories? Me. Whew. Feels good to get that off my chest. Hey, interesting story for you today. Yesterday, I was walking downtown. It was a Tuesday, so I was playing my favorite game, Laugh at the Homeless, when I noticed a man peering out of an alleyway. His eyes darted quickly up and down the street before ducking back into the darkness. Wow, I thought. He sure doesn't want to be followed. So I didn't follow him. 15 minutes later, I walked 3 more blocks and laughed at least 9 homeless people. And right as I was about to cross that double-digit threshold, I saw a woman holding a small portfolio. She was walking very, very quickly, but suddenly stopped, looked around, shifty-eyed, and shuffled into a small door connected to the dry cleaners. I thought, seems like she's hiding something in there. Must be pretty important. And weird that she left the door unlocked. 6 more blocks down the street, I'd laughed at a total of 22 homeless people. Really a beautiful day for a walk, when suddenly a man came up to me and asks loudly, "Hey, want to see our secret organization?" I said, "Yeah, bro, sounds cool." He took me into a secret underground cavern that led to a bolted iron door. The man opened the door with a key on his belt. The door led to a conference room with 5 very strong but very tired looking people sitting around a table. "Welcome to the resistance," one woman said to me. It turns out this group was hunting a monster that had been terrorizing society for centuries. The monster only appeared once every 27 years, and each time it returned, it possessed a different creature. Each of the resistance members had a run-in with it, as they called the monster, 27 years ago. Jeremy, the oldest in the group, saw it as a giant spider. Tanya saw it as a 30-foot snake. John saw Frankie Muniz. They all met through support groups, shared their experiences, and now, 27 years later, they knew exactly where it would be when it returned this year. And they were striking that night to rid the world of it forever. I agreed to join them. I didn't have a choice, really. They all had guns. We were in a locked room, but I was cool with it. We waited till sundown and traveled to the location. "This is the place," Jeremy said. Burger King. How fitting. Tanya set the charges. John armed them. Jeremy counted down 3, 2, 1. He pressed the detonator. An explosion, a puff of smoke. We rushed into the building, guns held high, and as the smoke cleared, we saw a Corgi. It was just a Corgi, had red eyes. Everyone just took a minute to process. Jeremy asked finally to break the silence, "Is that?" "Yep," Tanya said. Turns out it didn't always return as a scary animal. Jeremy looked at Tanya, Tanya looked to John, and John looked at me. I shrugged. Pulled out some leftover string that I kept in my pocket for the knitting circle, and I fashioned a leash. And now, it sleeps on my bed and poops in my backyard. Hey, tune into The Juke. It's the show that airs every Sunday right here on WMSV from 6 p.m. to midnight. Plays blues, music, blues that reminds you sometimes your biggest fears aren't so big at all. And laughing at a homeless is awesome. We got Dave Matthews Band up next. It's you and me. I'm Brock St. Clair. It's WMSV. Yeah. It's been too long on these. Like these past few have taken me so long to write. Like it's so much detail. I think it's because I create them from scratch. You know, a lot of times look at this garbage. You see this? Look at this. See all this? I mean, it's like 6 pages So, I mean, I write them in like 30 minutes, but I just... So, I don't know, man. I don't know what to do. Maybe I should just start earlier in the morning? I don't know. It's very tiring. But it does get difficult. I like to try to do one practice, like just reading it before I go on air with it. I didn't really get to do that for this one. That was pretty much the first reading, which makes it just makes it not as good. Usually the ones that are better are the ones that I get a chance to practice with, but anyway, I guess I'll stop complaining. No point in complaining. Yeah. It's a reference to It. You get that one?